Time now for some stories making headlines around the league, starting with a couple of guys who chose not to show up to mandatory minicamp. TJ Watt absent from Steelers minicamp as he seeks a new deal with 1 year left on his current contract. All-pro edge rusher scheduled to make about $21 million this year, and the top of the edge rusher market has gone all the way up to $40 million a year with Myles Garrett. So obviously TJ looking for more. Trey Hendrickson, who led the league in sacks last year and has 1 year and $16 million left on his contract, also staying away from Bengals minicamp. He's frustrated with the lack of progress on his contract talks. A reminder that missing mandatory minicamp subjects a player to more than $100,000 worth of fines. And Anthony Richardson is not participating in Colts minicamp, but it's not because he doesn't want to. He has an issue with his surgically repaired right shoulder, some soreness in that shoulder. Richardson was out of town Tuesday, get a second opinion on the shoulder, but has been told that rest, not surgery, is the best course of action at this point. Booger, this is bad timing for Anthony Richardson, who is already in a quarterback competition with the veteran Daniel Jones this offseason. Is there any concern that he's kind of blowing his last chance with by not being out there right now, that maybe we've seen the last of Anthony Richardson in Indy?
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen the last of him, but I tell you what, it is very concerning because ever since he's been there, the health has been a concern. You can't get him on the field to get him better because he's not healthy. You can't get him on the field to get him better because now you're always trying to use his athleticism and run the football. He has got to be healthy. He's going to be in a true quarterback battle with Daniel Jones there, and he needs to be healthy to win that. More importantly, I think he needs to take that next step because you see a lot of quarterbacks, by the time they get to this point in their career, you know whether or not he can be a franchise quarterback. I think everybody in Indianapolis would love for him to come in, win this quarterback battle, and take off. But he's got to be healthy, and he's got to be ready to go once he gets to training camp.
Health's been an issue for Richardson since college. He started a total of 28 games over his last 5 seasons between college and Rodgers, who as of this week is a Pittsburgh Steeler. Rodgers signed his contract with the Steelers early this week and has joined his team for minicamp. But how much of an upgrade is he really over what Pittsburgh had last year? You look at the combo of Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, they averaged a half yard more per attempt last year than Rodgers did with the Jets. They also posted a touchdown to interception ratio that was a full score better than Rodgers, who's the NFL's all-time leader in that stat. Rodgers, DK Metcalf, and offensive coordinator Arthur Smith all spoke today about what they hope the offense will look like.
If there's things that I like, that I'd like to see in the offense, Arthur, I'm sure, is going to put it in. But my job is to get us in the right place.
As your roster evolves, I mean, obviously we didn't bring Aaron in here and sign DK for all that money to go run the wishbone. So, you try to play to the strengths of your team.
How quickly he released the ball and me getting off the line of scrimmage fast, I think is one thing that stands out first. But just how cerebral he is and how he views the game. I like the way he views the game, from a receiver standpoint, but also from a quarterback standpoint. I think I can gain a lot of knowledge just from being around him because he's seen a lot of football. So just trying to soak up as much information in the ball as I can.
Booger, what do you make of this fit, Arthur Smith and Aaron Rodgers in this offense?
Hey, first of all, we can throw that graphic away that we had up there because if you think for one moment that Aaron Rodgers is not an upgrade over Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, then you got another thing coming. He's going to be a dramatic upgrade, guys. It's not even funny. Just from the standpoint of confidence and continuity from an offensive standpoint of what you can do in the passing game. And I get it. I don't expect this team to go to the Super Bowl. He's a 41-year-old quarterback with limited athletic ability, but his ability to understand and throw the football down the field and hopefully unlock DK Metcalf. They didn't go out and spend $30 million a year on him just to hand the football off 45 times a game. Yeah, they're going to run the football. That's what Arthur Smith likes to do. But they also are going to push the football down the field. And in order to do that, you need a competent quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers gives them competency and confidence from an offensive side of the football. I don't care what that graphic said about QBR 51 to 48. I could care less. He is an upgrade over what they had last year.
Yeah. Look, he'll be better in 2025. He'll be better. He's healthier. You can see it in some of the video clips already booked from the mini camps. You see him moving around better.
Yeah.
All right, is he going to be Aaron Rodgers of 10 years ago? Of course not. No one's expecting that. But I think DK hit on a couple of things. One, his football knowledge. Two, how quickly he can play the game because he's seen it all. Three, how he can help other people play the game faster and more efficient, provided that they have enough time to get on the same page Arthur is able to make the connection with him, that being Arthur Smith, the OC, make the connection with him that is sustainable all year long, and then this offensive line can get better and everything can stay, together. And that it's not a football team that's dealing with injuries, dealing with people in and out of the lineup. He is an upgrade. He will be better. You can see what the vision is. You can see what Mike Tomlin wants to build. And if you look at Arthur's history as far as a play caller and what he ideally likes to do, it fits where Aaron is at this point in his career. I said early on, they need each other. The team needs him. He needs this kind of team. Let's just see if it works now.
Well, where he is at this point in his career, though, is, he's a one-year fix. He's 41 years old. He signs a one-year deal. RC, you've talked about this, how the team still needs to address this for the long term. But are there any concerns about a team sort of galvanizing around a guy that they know is only there for a short period of time?
You ain't got to galvanize around Aaron Rodgers. You just need Aaron Rodgers to play good football. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to come in and be the leader of this team. You have guys like Cam Hayward on that team. You have guys like TJ Watt, Ika Fitzpatrick. Aaron Rodgers needs to give this offense confidence that they can be good in the passing game. And I believe he does that immediately. This isn't about what happens for the long-term future of the Pittsburgh Steelers. This isn't about how many people in that locker room, organization, and building fall in love with Aaron Rodgers. This is finding a way for the 2025 season to not have to be a rebuild and then figuring out who the quarterback of the future is. You heard what DK Metcalf said. He wants to learn a lot. He feels like the quick release helps. We see him moving around better. They want to make sure that they can go out and win 10 football games, make sure that they can compete to be in the playoffs, maybe make it to week 2 and then address the future at another point. Aaron Rodgers does not have to be the dude that has to give the pregame speech every game. What he needs to do is be the dude that keeps this offense moving, and I believe he can do that.
Jets and Steelers will meet in week 1. It'll be the first season opener in the history of the NFL between starting quarterbacks who started for the opposite teams the year before. So is it an Aaron Rodgers revenge game? Micah Parsons has been at mandatory minicamp, even though his highly anticipated contract extension is still not done. It will not surprise you to hear that Micah Parsons was talking about it.
Some people like to take their time more than others, you know what I mean? Can't rush the process. He wants the deal to go as cleanly as possible. I want the deal to go as clear as possible. I just keep on working. You know, at the end of the day, man, I still love football. I think it's still about football. I understand the business side always kind of creeps in every couple years in the football world, but I just keep it about football.
Booger, this was going on with Dak Prescott last year. He signed on the day the season started, Sunday morning. What do you make of the way the Cowboys are handling Micah?
I think we all know. I disagree with it. We disagreed with CD. We disagreed when it came to Dak. We disagree with it now. But like Jerry Jones is a smart businessman. You don't have one of the wealthiest franchises in all of sport without being smart. So there's got to be a reason he keep doing this. I just have no idea what it is. The price is